Hey guys, Watachi at you here. I'm gonna do a quick little temp roast guide for everybody. Actually, the mainly reason I'm gonna do this is because I've done that much of it that I can pretty much do it in my sleep. So I'm probably gonna do 2 runs here. I'll do a mass world to show you how that works. It's pretty simple and very easy going. This is mainly directed toward new players, probably people who don't really hold like the fishing skill a whole lot and don't want to just do it AFK or would probably rather get through it a little bit quickly. Um, I'm also going to show you a solo method, which does also have a few combat achievements as well with it. I don't think I'm going to go today for the Y Cook achievement because, well, I just, I really don't want to. I'm sick of doing this boss, honestly. I've done it a lot, and I never got lucky with the pet. So hopefully, this guide will bring me the luck to show you guys the pet for it, but I highly doubt it because I'm just never lucky like that. So I'm gonna start off here with my tackle box. I have my outfit on. It helps when you don't have this outfit that I'm wearing here, which is actually the Spirit Angler's outfit. That you get by doing tempeross more than once. So if you are starting out, you won't have it. So what this does is all it does is instead of me having a rope in my inventory, I won't need it with this outfit. Which this is actually an upgraded version of the Angler's outfit, which comes from a different activity in the game. So you will need a rope. That's the most important part. If you don't have this outfit that I'm wearing here, you will need a rope, and it helps to have a couple buckets of water, just to throw on some fires that could occur in the game. Um, and that's about it. That's all you really need. Oh, a hammer helps out too, as well, because you could rebuild the thing for free construction XP. Now, however, that does require you to have the construction skill started, so keep that in mind as well. But anyway, I'm gonna switch worlds. I'll get into the mass world first. Actually, no, I'll do a solo world first. That'll probably be easier to show you guys. You'll get more of the grasp of it. It's not really that hard solo, but it is a little bit longer. The games do be longer, so I'll just get into that right away and get over there and show you how it's done. So there's not much to this boss, guys. I hardly really count it as a boss. It's actually kind of like a skilling boss, but it is on the boss menu of your collection logs. So, like I said, it is still technically a boss. So let's get there and get started. So it's in the southern part of the desert. There'll be a little guy on a boat up here. Now you'll see shortly a little ferryman, and he just takes you to the island of where Temperos is actually located. Now in the mass worlds, which is like the more like the world set designated for Temperos itself, you'll see probably people going in and out of there probably like a nice frequently. So it's a little bit easier to find. However, it's not hard to find anyway. Like I said, just this little boat guy up here, and he'll take us right to the island where Temperos is located. So let's do that. We'll get over there and get this started. Like I said, guys, this boss is pretty simple. I'm probably not going to cook the fish. Actually, I'll wait to start talking about that till I get there. Let's get in and get started. Yeah, it takes 30 seconds to get on the go here. I'm going to keep my tackle box because that's where I keep all my fishing gear. That's actually a drop from this drop table. Once you get once you beat the boss once, you'll get these rewards, and you can actually use a small fishing net to search rewards in this empty pool here. So here we go, 10 seconds, and let's get this started. So here we go. We're going to start off. We come in first thing, and he's not actually awake yet. So what you want to keep an eye on is your storm intensity. That's the most important part, the bottom bar here, especially if you're soloing. And you just get in and start fishing. But you do want to keep an eye on your storm intensity. It's the most important part, because if that gets to 100%, you will lose the game. So this game is possible to lose. Now, you can't actually die here. Your character can't die. All that'll happen is the minigame will end, or if the storm intensity gets to 100, or if he sends out like a special attack, I guess you want to call it, you'll like flop on the ground and you'll lose some of your inventory. Now, if you have like the tackle box, that won't be lost, or my incando hammer, that won't be lost because that's like an unlock from a different activity. So like now, if you have like a normal hammer, normal rope, all that stuff would be lost if like some stuff like that would be lost if you do get hit by one of the special attacks, right? So I see the storm intensity starting to go up here now shortly, but it does go up pretty slow. Now I'm pretty sure doing it solo, it's a bit more preferable to see. So this one's special attacks, and see where I don't have the rope, and see how he ties onto it. If I didn't have this outfit, I would need a rope in my inventory for this. So now I'm gonna take these fish up because these are raw. And you can also repair the masses like this stuff, right? See how there's seaweed coming out of that? So that can be repaired now. So I can repair that in case that wave comes again. I can actually use this thing. And you just slap them into the crates, man. There's nothing to it, guys. Very simple. The cooked fish do more damage. The raw fish do less damage. However, as you can tell with the solo run, the the raw fish actually do a significant amount of damage. So I'm gonna keep them raw just to keep this going and kind of make it a bit faster. Now in the mass worlds, you'll see me. I'll be cooking them because it just gets more points. I'm gonna douse this fire with my bucket of water here. That way it doesn't spread. Have you noticed the slowly rolling up? I guess the semicircles. You want to call them? Oh, I'm gonna have to run through this. Oh no, I'm good. I actually filled up my bucket. That's cool. So I'm gonna fill up a couple buckets just to keep this fire down. And this is actually gonna take up more time than I expected, but that's fine. I'm not too worried about that. Actually, no, I'm not. I'm gonna walk right past them. I only need a few more fish, so I'll just grab these fish, and then I can go get the next wave started. See how the storm intensity is kind of going up? It's a bit harder solo. You have to pay more attention to everything, but it's still overall very easy, guys. There's nothing really much to it. Like I said, just keep an eye on things. Make sure your storm intensity is not too high. I hope these 4 fish will be enough because the fire's starting to go crazy here. So I'll just get up here and try this now. Hopefully this takes them down. I'm more worried about the storm intensity here, obviously because I don't want to lose the minigame. Yeah, so once he hits 0, he'll retreat down into this little pool here. Now I'm going to have to run through these flames, which is no big deal. I don't really have anything to lose anyway. I don't have any fish on me. The most thing you don't want to lose is the fish that you've already caught while you're doing this boss. And like I said, once I do this 2 to 3 times, boss is over. Nothing to it. And you want to hit at least 2,000 points, guys. That's the most important thing because that will actually make sure you do get some rewards at the video or out of the mini game. Sorry. So now usually these fires won't be too big of a problem because a wave when that wave comes and crashes over that you could hold on to the side to the totem pole here. That'll stop all this from happening. All these fires, which is actually kind of outrageous right now that there's so many. Wow, wild. But this is even really to show you this is how bad this can get. Now I'm actually kind of stuck here in this situation because I won't really be able to take these fish up until this kind of douses the fire, until the wave rushes over me, which is kind of rough in this situation. This is what kind of makes this difficult. This part here. See now, see this wave's coming. Now I'm going to lose some fish for this, but it will eliminate all the fire. So I did waste some time there, which is kind of rough, but it kind of got rid of all the fire for me because that would have destroyed all my fish if I would have ran through it. So it was kind of a double-edged sword there. So let's just try and get as many of these as we can. Our storm intensity is still not too high, so that's a bonus. And you do want to avoid those waves, those lightning clouds, because they will shock you and you will lose your stuff. Same as well. Same thing. Same with, you know what I mean? Same with before with the fires. So now I'm going to try and get rid of these fires this time. I'm not going to bother fixing that because my storm intensity is getting a little high fast. So I'll take out a few more buckets this time too to deal with all those fires because I'm going to need to by the looks of this. Oh, got to watch for that cannon zapping you. That stops everything from you from loading the fish, so you'll have to reset yourself. And the cannon stops shooting, which is actually kind of rough in this situation by yourself. Now this wave's coming at a perfect time because now I won't have to put out those fires I was just talking about. And now hopefully I can get enough fish to actually take this wave out, and I should have them in one go. Also, if you see this little, when the fish are jumping in the water like this, now on Moonlight it's more visible, obviously. But on mobile, which most people do, I did this mostly on mobile when I was playing it. Once you notice the fish jumping in the water, you want to fish those spots. You have a chance of getting double. Two fish jumping and jumping in your inventory, which I mean is a complete bonus, right? Just makes everything faster, more points. I'm thinking this will be enough to actually get this started. It was actually pretty horrible how many fires I had going that first time there. That usually doesn't really happen like that. Now I don't really do the solo a whole lot. I'm just showing you that it can be done solo and very easily. Now once I go into the mass world, I have it done like clockwork, and I mean it's relatively easy. It's I find it more easier. Now I noticed a lot of people do this solo. I prefer mass worlds myself. That's just my preference though. And this should take me to the end. And just like that, that's tempeross finished for that run. So that's one. That's the solo run right there, guys. Nothing to it. A lot more easier than you know what I mean than most bosses. It's a great starter boss to get used to some mechanics. So now I'll switch over to the mass world right quick, or even a mass world. I think there's a West United States one as well, but I'm just gonna do this one right quick. Actually, no, I'll switch to the bigger one because that way it'll actually you'll see more of what's going on in the mass world, right? I regret not having the save. Now I have to find it. There it is, 422. Pardon me, guys. Yeah, see, there's already a ton load of people on the boat here. Sounds like we got a dog barking in the background, guys. Sorry about that. I don't really want to stop the video though, just to go see what he wants. He'll be all right for the next 4 minutes, 5 minutes. And see, like I said, in the mass worlds, you'll have all these kind of people with you. What you want to do is just get as many fish as you can fast. And like I said, I cook them when I'm in the mass worlds. It does more damage. What happens in the mass worlds is when there's so many people, I guess the percentage is based on how many people are here. So your fish actually do less damage to the boss. So you actually guys have to all work together. I mean, like most, skilling bosses and that retrospective, right? So what we're gonna do is we're gonna cook these fish as we're keeping an eye for the double jump fish because that's what we want more than anything. There it is, perfect timing. And like I said, this becomes autopilot, guys. After a few runs, it gets pretty easy. There's not much to this boss. Um, I honestly just wanted to put out a little simple guide to it because I've done it so much that I figured, you want to know what? Why not just throw it on there, show everybody that it's very easy. I mean, we always have new players entering the game, so just want to give everybody some content that they could, check out. Like I said, the rope outfit really comes in handy. You will need a rope all the time if you don't have this suit. Even if you have the angler suit, you'll still need the rope until you get this boss done a few times. Also, the incandescent hammer really comes in handy because that's a hammer that can't be dropped. So then you can fix your totem poles, right? That does come in big time handy. That's actually an item that you get from the quest. It's not from a quest, but once you unlock the quest below Ice Mountain, which is free to play, you can actually join in a member's world and you can mine in that place and fish and stuff like that, and you will get pieces to make up this hammer. I'm not sure about the fishing part. I know the mining part. That's how I got it. So, and you break these little rocks, baronite deposits are called, and you break those open, and you get more shards and stuff like that for the mini game, and as well as a chance at the broken hammer. You'll have to repair this. Is what happens, right? You get it broken first, but it's a great hammer to have. It's actually equipable, but it also doesn't get dropped here if you do wipe out completely. So if you lose like your whole inventory more or less, that hammer will never drop. So that's a huge bonus for this mini game. Just makes it smoother, right? You don't have to go back here. Like all the things are here actually when you come in. Harpoons, hammers, ropes, buckets, water pump, just to get everything ready. But like I said, instead of I don't need the rope, I also need the hammer. So I mean, it just cuts out, or the harpoon because I'm using a dragon harpoon, of course. And I mean, it just makes the game so much more smoother. But you do not need any of those. Those are no requirements. The only thing I think you do believe for, need for this mini game is 50 fishing, which is relatively a low requirement considering. I mean, most quests require like that kind of fishing level anyway. I mean, I know the Heroes quest requires 53 fishing, which is a pretty early game quest. Now you can see I unloaded my full inventory. I already have 2,000 points. He has a bit of energy left, but I'm not going to go fishing yet. I'm just going to go straight to the whirlpool because those guys will have it finished off shortly, and then I can do as much damage possible. And rinse and repeat, guys. Not much to it. I doubt we'll get through this on the first wave. We usually don't. It usually takes 2 waves to do so. However, I will. I won't finish the video till I'm done the boss, just to keep it clear. However, we seem like we're doing a decent amount of damage. It's almost 50 to 50 ratio here by looks of it. Yeah, so that's pretty good. Everyone's kind of doing their job. Like, I mean, some people won't. Some people will just like AFK and start fishing over here while this is going on, like not paying attention. Also, really not a whole big deal. As long as you're getting over 2,000 points, at least you're not wasting the whole run. You know what I mean? That's what you don't want to do. You don't want to get under 2,000 points. That's what you really want to aim for. Once you get 2,000 points, and of course the storm intensity, like I said prior in the last run that I did. Mass worlds make this so much simpler because, like I said, everybody's on the team. They want to do it together. They don't want to lose either. I personally like the mass worlds better. But in saying that, if you do enjoy or solo skilling and stuff like that, it's very easy to do it solo, as you've seen this there last time. Just like I said with that fire and stuff, it gets kind of a bit unmanageable at certain times, as you've seen when I had the whole place on fire there for a bit. That stuff's kind of rough. Uh, I have the items to kind of help me deal with it, so it's not so bad. But I recommend doing the mass world for the first bit because then you can get the hang of it. If the fire starts catching up on it and nobody's really doing it, then you can like you got more than one person to help you kind of put out the fires if it gets a bit intense, right? That's the way I always look at it. But like I said, once a few runs goes through, you get the Spirit Angler outfit, which doesn't really take a whole long time to get. Um, or like say the hammer if you come with that. All that stuff does help with doing it solo and just being able to fix it all up. So now I can see his energy almost down to 40 here. So I will give you a little pro tip here because I've done this so much. I'm not going to wait for my whole inventory to cook up because by the time that I make it up to that boat, see how everyone's starting to leave now? Well, we have a phone call that I'm supposed to answer, but I'm not going to be able to do that right now. See, that was already at 22%. So I got to actually try and get this done fast as possible. I might have to redo this whole video because of that. Oh gosh, I'm not. I'm not redoing this video. I am not doing it. See, and now we're down. Now I could stay there and unload the fish, but I'm not going to bother. I'm going to try and get this done here, just to show you guys, right? Like I said, this boss is super simple, guys. Very easy to do. I hope to see you guys all out here. Once again, Mass World is my way to do it. I like it more, and all you gotta do is leave now with the points you just gained. Alright, guys. Hope you liked the video. Just a little simple tempeross video, just to show you guys that not all this game is really hard. So enjoy. Later.